Pango ban, because they can play it on Topson and probably mid one as well. Ban Oracle. OG first phase bans a Timbersaw. Interesting. Very weird. Winter Wyvern ban. Obvious response to IO. Pick Void Spirit because Topson is probably going to dumpster on it. Puck as the counter to Void Spirit. Prevents him from using a second skill on his ulti when he gets Dream Coiled. This gives him the opportunity to ban heroes that IO combos with, so Gyro +1. Bat Rider, surprisingly. Wonder why Bat? Probably because Bat would be able to roll over wherever AA is really hard, so they ban Bat. Like, AA literally couldn't do anything, even if it was support Bat. He would just lose the lane matchup, I imagine. Alright, Darkseer, and they pick a tree. The Darkseer pick is definitely a bit weird. I guess Vacuum against like IO can potentially be good. It's kind of cool with a Ice Blast. And they pick Spectre, all like spooky ghost heroes. Life Stealer, a bit interesting. So, I mean, I'm looking at the Alliance lineup, and these three heroes just don't look very strong. So I feel like Spectre is a pretty decent pickup against them, because they're all individually not that tanky. They don't individually do a huge amount of damage outside of maybe Puck. So maybe Spectre is a good pick here, because it's like, she's not going to be bursted. She's not going to be controlled a little bit, but it's basically just tree ulti, so you can just Manta out of it. So that's what initially sticks out to me. They've got really good team fight, Spectre Haunt, Vacuum Wall, Ice Blast, plus Void Spirit crap, so feels pretty good. If he gets like Dream Coiled by Puck, it's not the end of the world. You can just be like, alright, I'll fight. And Life Stealer should work okay against Spectre, but it's not as nearly as good as it used to be. It used to be really good because you do damage based on how much health they had, and Spectre have a lot of health, but not the huge amount of armor. But now Life Stealer just heals himself for a lot. So yeah, he'll be able to heal himself, but he won't necessarily be able to out-damage Spectre, I imagine. And if she goes like Diffusal Blade 2, then doesn't she just crush Life Stealer by draining his mana? Then he can't rage and open wounds and stuff, then he's just like a shitty melee creep with a Mjolnir. But I'm probably just biased because it's OG playing against Alliance, and I know OG wins, spoiler alert. So maybe I'm just making more excuses for them.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's Legion Commander.
Legion Commander gives them somebody that can actually pressure, gives them a easy gank option. The Life Stealer pairing with IO was the other one that we had seen banned a couple times in some of the other replays. But yeah, Legion's going to give them a kill option against Void Spirit that isn't just Dream Coil. Or I guess Tree Ulti hypothetically could do it well, but he'll probably buy Yules, I assume. But yeah, Duel, AoE nukes, they pick Rubik, which was banned first phase in some other games. Rubik is it that great this game? Tree Ulti's a good steal, obviously. Dream Coil's a good steal, I guess, but I don't know. Nothing really sticks out to me as like an incredible ability. Legion's second skill is a good steal, but Rubik has been banned first phase by some other teams, so they probably just feel comfortable with it as a pick. It's a cool set by 3-3. We'll see how this works out. Oh, they also, by the way, I guess Darkseer with, I was just thinking like, oh, they don't have a good Darkseer combo, which they don't in lane. It's a Rubik and a Darkseer. I guess you could like lift people and throw them into creep waves with double Ion Shell. That's kind of good, I guess. But the only obvious combos are with the two melee cores. And typically it was like Darkseer plus Ember Spirit, but Void functions very similarly to Ember. You jump in, you're in melee range, you right click people a bunch, and this, if anything, this makes more sense because you have these purple spindly things, and he's already a purple hero, so I think this probably makes a lot more sense. But Spectre with Darkseer is quite good too in mid-game situations even. Because you sometimes have a little bit of damage output issues. So having Ion Shell on you helps. And then obviously Surge when you have infinite pathing is kind of busted. So I like it. There's definitely some synergy going on here with their lineup. Lots of regen, lots of Ironwood branches. Normal items for Legion. Headdress Rush. He's really low regen. What do you spend all of his money on? I mean, he did go boots first. He must have given some sentries out or something. There's one sentry to block the large camp, which I would guess is basically because they're a Spectre AA dual lane. They cannot contest pulls. They're not going to be fighting a lot. They're just going to play passive. So it's probably why he opted for the sentry instead. This is something I need to do more when I play support. Like, I pretty much in every lane that I play, I'm like, I gotta fight. Is kind of how my brain works. But sometimes you do need to play passive, and this is definitely a lane where if you're pairing an A with a Spectre, you do have to play a little passive in the lane. And it's especially with it being an IO Legion commander, like a really fast. This guy's got 350 movement speed. You're not going to be able to contest their pulls without putting yourself in danger. So, and he still gets to bring out the headdress right away anyway, so it's really not that bad. I mean, he's only got one tango. That part's not good, but if he plays passive with a headdress, yeah, Spectre's going to be fine, most likely. Dobson getting actually no. It's always interesting. He does some weird stuff sometimes with the starting items. There was a game he played Pugnamid at TI where he just started Crown instead of getting any like Null Talisman components, and as a result, he got his Veil like, you know, like 1,000 gold faster than normal. He didn't have as much spell amp, but when you use Veil, it used to give you like 25% damage increase. So, arguably, rushing Veil on Pugna was a little bit better. So this is another example of it, I guess. He's rushing for a bottle, maybe to help him out regen Puck Harass, but you know, who knows? Maybe he's just gonna get a lot more done this way. The silence was cool. He silenced to try to prevent him from using his nuke to get last hits in that moment. It worked for one of the creeps. In the off lane, I didn't see what happened. Let's go back and check. Oh, he's just straight up done. Oh, he pulled creeps is what he did. Thought I knew this shit was coming. Poor bastard. Yo, this is fucking scary. He had to sell for this. TP's bottom. Fada just TP's bottom too. That actually cost Fada almost nothing. That was cool. Well played by Fada. Made one comes bottom. Did he block that camp? I don't think so. Somebody blocked it. Alright, Soxa blocks the camp. In the meantime, Soxa does his best to get last hits. He got one deny. Nico Baby got no denies, actually. So Rubik hits 2 as a result. Which is one of the cool things that you can do if you cut waves like this. And then mid one is going to jungle the small camp. Why? Probably because the waves are stacking and he's got nothing else to do. But it's very interesting. They're like, I'll fight you. I don't know. End up blocking the camp afterwards. This is smart, and he's going to body block it anyways. No, he's not. He's going to block the small camp. Block small camp. Ooh, finds a courier. It's nice. Magic wand for Nico. No longer available. And now the wave has finally pushed. Mid one finally gets to play some Dota. I thought maybe you'd cast another Ion Shell here, but I mean it's so expensive right now. He does use one to help try to get the range creeps, but which works out pretty well now. He's almost level 3. He gets the deny because he knows that Soxa blocks small camps, they must block large camp. He gets the observer ward. Ooh, holy shit! I forgot that you're really fast at low levels now. It's kind of insane how quick that is. Alright, we'll go back and watch the top lane, I think. But this has been informative. I'm happy to watch this. Oh, he has 2 points in Iron Shell. The damage is like reasonable. Oh, he glyphed it too. Cool. Very cool. Trying to save his damn clarity potion. I'll tank tower to save my clarity. That's all I care about. Which makes sense, right? If he loses his clarity potion, he just straight up can't Iron Shell anymore. So it's kind of a big deal. What a deny. What a fat slap of a deny. Range creep will die now too. Yeah, he got some experience at least. And the other cool part is that in the meantime, Sox has been off getting shit done. And Sox has got boots and decent levels. Okay, let's go back and watch the lane stage for top now. Before we do, I'll keep an eye check on the mid last hits. 17 for Void and 13 for Puck. So, it's been fine. Alright, cool. Block the large camp. Dagger for range creep, of course. Got denied. No-Till just trying to stabilize things a little bit with some damage, but I wonder if he shouldn't have just nuked the IO instead. Yeah, he's done it here, but it's like the best thing they can do is just try to force IO out of lane. Once IO leaves, then you can maybe bully the Legion a little, but it's still pretty hard. Sells himself? Oh, okay. Well, I guess you don't get as much heal. He'd only get like 0.6 of it if he healed the other guy. This does look quite bad. Oh, he brought Orb Venom. Nicely played by Hans Conskin. Smell got a kill, that's pretty big. Way more regen. What's he buying with this? Is he going Hood or something? Soul Ring? Probably Soul Ring, right? Gotta be a little careful here. Hey, the trees. And he runs at them and they're like, fuck! It's the Legion Commander! Can't do anything! So they basically just rotate everybody top because they're trying to stabilize, and at this point mid one's like pretty okay. He's not going to get like a shitload, but he's going to get some stuff. He can't Surge and Iron Shell, so he just needs to run in a circle. Trying to get that last hit, but okay. Thompson also still going for the 3-3-0-2 like you guys pointed out. He really wanted that. Is he gonna die for this? He got the bounty rune. But what he needed to do was just fucking run for the hills. Like, he actually could have just taken this. But he stopped and attacked twice. So it was just like, well, okay, you're dead. And he got so much gold for that, dude. He just solo killed the mid hero. It's like a full level. 500 gold. Good for him, dude. It's one of those like Thompson moments where he's like, I'm gonna outplay you. Doesn't happen often, but like sometimes there's confident players like that where you're like, they just like a little squirrely and they end up making mistakes. He does end up going for all the circlets after all. He just wanted to get the bottle faster for whatever reason. Maybe to afford him to spend mana a lot better. The rage tip back. I mean, honestly, every single time the Void Spirit gets a kill just about, I'm just always blown away how much fucking damage it does. It like almost always blows my mind. It's not that incredible, then he jumps through. And it's like all of a sudden the damage hits, right? He gets the 180 from the Aether Remnant, which is normal. And then the ulti pops as well. And all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, I'm just dead. And then Rubik comes by and does a heaping amount of right click. And he just kills him. I mean, obviously having the illusions is good too. It's like a 60%. It's like a 2/3 double damage. It's quite significant. He would have had to... Bro. What just happened? He uses his nuke. I mean, maybe Topson just does a skill build because he's a boss with using his disable. Silences to damage some illusions. Then he just jumps and instantly casts everything. He doesn't have phase shift, so he just fucking dies. He maybe could have lived with phase shift. And now he's just gotten like 2 kills that he probably shouldn't have. And now he's just like massively ahead. I mean, Astral Step alone, if you think about it, the amount of damage it gives you and positioning, he gets to right click the tree like 3 times. And then he Astral Steps past, does a combo, and he gets to right click like another 5 times. That's a lot of it, honestly. And then if they run away more, he uses another Astral Step. Not only to do 150 magic damage, but to right click him a few more times. So, the right click damage of this hero should definitely not be underestimated. Wow, Salvine, even though he's ahead. Oh, he did this to get the range creep. Is that the other bonus? So if you use Aether Remnant to hit the range creep, you just have to come up and 2 points of Resonant Pulse will last hit the range creep. So you can basically guarantee range creep last hits. So that's why this build probably works as well. Whereas if you go the other way actually, if you max out Resonant Pulse and you only have like 1 or 2 points in Aether Remnant, does that feel worse? I think that feels worse, right? Because if you max Resonant Pulse, you're nuking the entire creep wave for a lot of damage. Is that bad to nuke the whole creep wave if you're just trying to kill the range creep? I'm not sure. But it definitely has more utility. Like, you can basically guarantee range creeps with this. You're not going to jungle as fast, but in terms of like contesting the lane and getting kills early, this build is probably significantly better. Because you do get more right clicks out. And the cooldown is so much lower that you can probably use Aether Remnant like twice in a long chase. Or in a medium chase.
I sense distortions in the void.
Earlier Weehaw made it seem like that's a cool way to like protect the rune as well. Which now if he wants to eat this, it's actually a pretty huge amount of damage. It's like, do you want to take 230 damage at this stage of the game? Definitely not. If that's level 1 nuke, nobody cares. It's like 80, nah, whatever, I'll eat it. But now Fada will have to pay if he does go for the rune. Why is he ready to fight, dude? He does not give a shit. You need to nerf this hero strength gain or some shit. He just has so many stats, dude. It's actually like blows my mind. He is level 7. That's a little bit of it, but Puck's 7 too. I don't know. He's got like what? Almost 200 more HP than him. He does have a wand additionally, but the strength gain seems mighty big. He's melee, I guess, but yes. Still doesn't have phase shift. Watching him play the hero definitely looks very
I
clinical.
almost feel bad.
You see the knowledge. If he has phase shift, he can maybe dodge one of those astral steps and then takes a lot less damage. But most of this was just like good right click, like attack moving fundamentals. How's Sumail been doing? Not incredible. His levels are okay, and he did go Soul Ring. Soul Ring into Gloves of Haste. Hey, they got a kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That was costly. He didn't have his TP, so that was some good damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under
There's no Dream Coil now, though.
Dire's courier has been killed.
I hear a duel.
Middle tower is under attack.
But why duel?
Dire's
Both teams will
middle
get their
tower is under
experience.
attack.
Don't think his. Did he smoke over? Oh yeah, they did. I mean, there's basically nothing else. When he saw, he basically casted his spells, and he was very dead. It kind of blows my mind how good he is at landing this. I found it a little difficult myself. Going this way and going this way seems smart though. Like you shouldn't necessarily put it ahead of them. It's kind of dangerous. It's probably just safer to always put it behind. Because if you put it ahead of them, they might run past it or something. Maybe it was like Void Spirit ABC stuff, but he just kind of does it often, and if he hits you, he just does a shitload of damage. And it just sits there, which is fine. It's only 100 mana. They could definitely increase the mana cost of Aether Remnant though. At least put it up, scale it up to like 120 or something. If they want it to nerf. They've missed. I like the skill builds like this a lot better personally.
Is under attack.
I think they're a lot more effective. Oh. Nothing over here. Is that about half HP? Thompson moving in. It's good banish by Legion. He just straight up duels him. But Nico baby TPs. Okay, this is the only reason. That was a good bit of time for them. Nobody's in the bot lane, but
Dire's middle
a lot of big
tower is
kills.
under attack.
Crystallis over the Deso, eh? Interesting. He's really running him down here.
Dire's top tower
This is like one of those moments where you don't really have a good place to go as Spectre. Not bad actually in the slightest.
tower is under attack.
30 damage block, 7 agility. Hell yeah, dude.
Bottom tower
What an item.
attack.
Yo, they fucking know who to kill. Alright, here's mid one. He's got his ulti.
Radiant
Thompson's coming over. Doesn't have Iron Shell yet, but... They haunt through everything. I mean, this guy's got fucking 1500 HP. That's actually insane. 2 Wraith Bands, a Wand, and a Strength Treads. I guess he has an Ocean Heart too. He's also regenerating a lot with Ocean Heart. But he seems a little tanky. I don't know.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Like, Lifestealer has 2 levels on him. And he's tankier than Lifestealer. He's actually got the same strength bonus right now. Okay, he's not tankier than Lifestealer. But it's close. When he has Strength Treads on. Lifestealer is pretty garbage Strength Cane though.
Tower is under attack.
Casual Crystallis, 3rd item now, very popular in most heroes, yeah. We saw it earlier with the Sven. Definitely makes some sense with Astral Step, that's for sure.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's like, don't duel me. What's the damage comparison? 2200 for 40 damage. Crystallis gives you 40 now, doesn't it? 45? Ooh. $42. 45. Less gold. Straight up less gold, more damage, and it gives a crit. They have been buffing it up quite a bit, haven't they? It does look quite good. I mean, it looks a little bit better than Armlet even, to be honest. Armlet's 60 damage. Armlet's definitely more damage when you turn it on. But 20% chance to do that. That means 0.2 times 0.6. No. Is that the right crit? Yeah. 0.2 times 0.6. So it's like another 12% damage increase on top of that if you average out the crits. So it's 45 damage and a 12% damage increase. Which is kind of crazy. Okay. Crystallis. It is the thing. What in the hell? Must have been like Io or somebody. Yeah, he relocated to go bottom. So they didn't expect everybody. He can miss. That was a really good duel. Ooh. It's really close though. Sucks that it did so much damage with that nuke. And sucks that or Hanskin actually just ignoring spirits. Interestingly. All about overcharge, I guess. Maybe because it's a better chance to get like dual kills and stuff. Perhaps. What's Sumail doing? Hit neutrals, tread, soul ring, no wraith bands, just straight into rad, I guess. No desolate either.
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's gonna be a really fast Radiance. Thompson just running around doing shit. He bought this probably when he was getting dueled. Vampire Fang's super good on Spectre actually, once he gets Radiance. Whoa, who got messed up?
Radiant's courier.
see. Yeah, no options. Pretty good fight. Really good wall. Super good wall. Maybe could have TP'd. Still has mech too. Surge for pathing. Is he just TPing it? Doesn't he just TP? Does he not want to? Is he like, oh, I don't need to teleport him? Good, too good for this? Oh, he died. I think he could have TP'd. They got enough, another round of damage. In the meantime, through all this shit, Sumail finishes a relic. He's gonna have Radiance at like 20 minutes. Much less farm than where Lifestealer is, I guess, but this guy's almost got his halberd finished too.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Grove Bow. Pass it to the AA, I guess. Wanted the mana regen, I guess.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He tried to tether into TP. That's how he tried to get out there. Not really watching their like map movements on the map very much. But it does feel like they've made their opponents run around a lot. Comes 15. 30 damage. I assume. Oh. It's like, what's this Ice Blast for?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
3-3, he's a boss, dude. Aquila drum face. Didn't really need pipe that much this game. Maybe felt like he could get more done. He's got 50 dual damage at 20 minutes. That's really good. Now he's just gonna die. Easily. Interesting, you went Hyperstone first. On the cliff. Infest down. No tail with 10%. You know, I like that. I'm comfortable that he went 2-1-2 and then maxed out Chilling Touch. I think that's a lot better than like 3-1-1-3 or something. Personally, I think it's a big difference. Really big difference. Double popped him. The clumsy Net Spectre. What's he got? A tome. Interesting. Give him his levels faster, I guess. I mean, I guess this is like one of those circumstances where the supports are like completely fine on levels. So getting Spectre to like his 20 talent a little bit faster is good. Even like the 15 talent, pretty darn solid. He turns off Radiance so he doesn't show anything. He's just gonna hide here for a bit because they anticipated a smoke, I guess. Their team also smokes, but they're running to where Spectre is because they're assuming that the gank is gonna be towards where Spectre was. Soxa will push out top briefly to make sure that the tower's not threatened, then he will TP bottom because they're anticipating the opponents go on Spectre. In reality, what they're doing is Roshan instead. There's Mjolnir and Halberd finished now. The Steelers very farmed. Very farmed. He seems to be in some trouble. Big mech. now the turns have tabled. Everyone's buying back. He's going Yules now to protect him against Puck. Is it Sumail? No, it's mid one. What the heck? Is he alive? No. No fucking way. What? What a weird turn of events. I felt like it felt very weird to me that he ran in here. Like, why did he run in a circle, you know? I gotta watch this again. There's so much stuff that happens. He gets nuked. Sumail's over here slowed. He gets dueled. Here's a lift drop. So he basically just stuns 3 people. He also, by the way, he has maxed out telekinesis second instead of arcane supremacy. So you could argue that maybe one of his goals here was to just provide some like team fight. Normally, when you play Rubik, a lot of people go like 1-4-4 and they just get tons of damage. But maybe the thought, because in the draft I was like, oh, it doesn't look like a great Rubik game. There's not a lot of really good spells to steal. So maybe the argument is like he still wants to play Rubik, and to make up for the fact that the spells that he's trying to steal are like maybe not the most incredible. Obviously, some of the Puck ones are good, like Waning Rift. But now you can just AoE stun 3 heroes for a second, almost 2 seconds. Maybe that's the argument, perhaps. The Ion Shell is his illusion. They just literally don't have the option to kill him. Sumail kills Puck. Alright, Sumail cannot win this fight. And oh my god, he was so dead. And now he gets dagger slowed. Got some good damage in. They don't give a shit about Tree, dude. Did he use Rage already? Oh, he raged here, I suppose, huh? And now, he just keeps on daggering Fada. Oh, that was sick. Like, it looks so stupid what Mid One did there by running in on Darkseer. It just looked like he was confused and ran in a circle, but it literally just bought them time for another round of cool spells. They like worked on their opponents eventually. They did have to buy back a lot. The game's actually still pretty even. Nico Baby's still insanely farmed, by the way. But, you know, it's buying more time for Spec to eventually get the good items. Puck's actually really farmed too. Olympus done a good job. Was that a Hanskin kill? Little spell amp, little Yules for the stun follow-up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures.
He really does not care. The disables just feel so weak. It's like he's basically playing Underlord this game.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And in the meantime, Sumail hits creeps. As one does. He's gonna go back and heal because he's almost got Haunt. Mangoes are actually excellent for Spec. Grovebo AA. It's actually so good to have this. Minus 12 magic resistance. Here's another 25, almost 30, and he's got 10 spell amp. Like the math on this is so good. All those things, they all stack they stack like multiplicatively. And now, they did see him. Oh, he was smoked, I think. Now it's just really easy for them to set this up. This is why they picked AA and Void in the start, because basically for stuff like this, they can easily get like jump forward Yules a guy combos. Void already does a lot, and they just like have to Ice Blast at the same time and they get kills. Now it just feels like the Alliance lineup is like kind of mediocre. I was gonna say useless, but they are about to kill Thompson. Also very low on cooldown, or he has no jumps. It's really close, actually. Everybody's got plants now. Holy shit, dude. He rushed them. He doesn't even have a fucking neutral item, dude. Got all this armor, too. It's also... I mean, he just looked like he was dead to me. How did this... How did this become so one-sided? I was just like, oh, he's definitely dead. That was Mjolnir procking. Mjolnir procced again. Does he have a buff too? Mjolnir procced at least once. Like, what actually kind of fucked them was the steal from Soxo where he stole the Nature's Grasp. Because he steals Nature's Grasp, he shoots it through, and this is what's proccing the Mjolnir on the Puck. So Puck gets Mjolnir buffed by Nico Baby because he was the one being focused. And if we watch slowly, we're going to see the splashes. Because he's taking so many little dots of damage. Here's one. Here's a second one. A third one. Was that 3 procs? Also his Radiance ticks as well. Mjolnir's so good this game. And each one of those is like, what, 200 magic damage? 200 magic damage? I think that was 3 procs and hit everybody. Just want to watch it one more time to make sure. One, 2, 3. 2 to 3. One was maybe Mjolnir. And it was basically those 3 procs that like ruined everything. Because Spec's actually taking a lot from magic damage. So if he takes like 3 200 magic damage nukes, he goes from like quarter HP to nothing really fast. And Nico can still heal through this, so then he just needs to proc like one more Mjolnir, and it's all good. That's pretty crazy. He's healing off the Mjolnir procs. Oh, and use open wounds. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right about that. And then because it's his Mjolnir, he's the one dealing damage there. Therefore, if he's life stealing 35% based on that 200 damage, it hits 3 times. Or maybe the third one was a chain lightning proc, something like that. Yeah, that's why he was healing so much. You're definitely right about that. Good call. That was pretty sick. Mjolnir lifestealer, guys. It's definitely a moment where Spectre is usually like, alright, I'm gonna hard commit, but did not work out there. What if it's worth getting open wounds lifesteal? That was pretty convincing in that moment. Everybody gets evasion though. But I mean, he will dodge the Spectre hits, but Desolate still hits. I know. It goes through evasion. That's probably still worth it though, I guess. Medallion now. Because he already has a bit of a damage item, so probably better for him to go Solar Crest than it is Deso. I suppose. This is the part of the game where Void Spirit's HP does not become that incredible though. Because everyone else is like buying items that give you stuff. Nice Force Staff into a TP. And no Basher yet, so good luck, Seka. All this for a poor Darkseer. It looked so good. I was like, oh, they're going to destroy this Darkseer. I was like, oh man, he's in a lot of trouble. And I was like, alright, that's okay, they're going to kill him. Here's the sentry, no big deal. And then it was just like... the vacuum multi, dude. He's like, run away. And no BKB yet on... This is maybe the moment where you wish that your Legion Commander had a pipe instead of a drum. Because these fights wouldn't go so bad. But they don't have any magic resistance. I think that kind of hurt them a lot, genuinely. Looks like Io was trying to build one, so maybe they're trying to be efficient. But if you're fighting into an Ice Vortex and a Void Spirit, and you don't have a pipe, shit becomes very hard. It goes from like, oh man, we're taking a lot of damage and we can't heal, to like, oh shit, we just die. We're like straight up dead and we can't heal, but it doesn't matter because we're at 30% HP, you know? The net! That is why you buy net sometimes. Or keep net sometimes. Because it gives him a disable he won't have otherwise. Some perfectly good spider legs.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I assume he was dead, even if he didn't try to TP. So there's probably too far away to get to creeps. Now, technically you don't... Oh, you do need to tread switch, I guess. 160 instead of 150. I was like, do you need to tread switch when you do this? Also, if you do 2 daggers within 10 seconds, then yes, tread switching is even better. That looks a little appealing. Maybe not. He still wants the net. Because heals on this hero are obviously very good. Quickening Charm. When did Lifestealer die? I don't remember. Oh, that was that mid-fight, I guess. It's a good item. And that will go on Sumail almost for sure, yeah. So now here's some magic resistance that he was missing before. It's going to go from 29 to 41. Big difference. Status resistance, obviously. Very good item on tanky monsters, I expect. Spider legs on Void Spirit, eh? Okay. For vision. What did he swap out? I think Nether Shawl is what he had.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Craigie coat for Io, maybe. Tree.
Hooray!
Thank you for the sub.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We got Ags now too. So now even with BKB, he can't remove it. He's trying to block smokes. It's like they fucking always know when their opponents are smoking. What did they find? Is this a dead AA? Puck knowing the backline would be over here. That was a good call by Limp. Ice Blast lands on Io. That was a really good vacuum, dude. When he stole Dreamcoil? That's good stuff! Very good timing on that steal. Mid one's still alive because nobody wants to bother focusing him. Cliff's Nico doesn't have his ult anymore, so it's pretty much committed. Oh, no tail with the damage. He does get his rage TP off though. Yeah, vacuuming the cliff definitely made that a lot easier.
Hooray!
Thank you. Pubs probably after these games, or these this replay and the next one. So you know, in like 2 hours. I think I'm kidding. Oh, he doesn't have Infest. Maybe could have saved him. Oh, that was sick actually. Unfortunately, he's going to die. Perfect timing by Topson, of course. Now he's worried that he's gonna die. They just bought back everybody. Holy shit. Okay. I don't know if he meant it out of that or not. All I know is that Topson is dying. Oh yeah, that's a kill. Another ulti by Saksa. Well, he got his 5-man coil. That's gotta feel good. Soxa. 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 Come on. I mean, I only have like 2 Arcana progress, but come on, man.
Dire are scanning.
More levels for their course. Sumail's still dead. Going Butterfly next. Decent option against these two. Again. They just have a ward up here or something? Is that what's happening? So they had vision. Sentry on both sides. He just happens to be walking this way. He gets 2 dudes. He's gonna get hammered, but I don't think he does. Sumail buys back and goes for it. So much desolate damage. Man, it does seem like Vacuum is a good spell, guys. I don't know. Man, he really likes Dream Coil. Got a Sumail buyback out of it, but they won the fight, and as a result, they can now take Roche.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is falling.
Trying to slow her down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's got MKB already. That's what the other item was for. Oh, interesting. Yo, he is doing some jumping stuff here. First hit, knows there's going to be another one top. Don't think he intended to necessarily find that many heroes, but... Big ulti. Boy, Nico needs... 3-3 actually, like, remember, he was like 2-0 and like 8 or something, 2-0 and 6. And ever since then, all he's done is die. Hasn't been able to farm, hasn't been able to get his BKB. His game just like completely got shut down. It's like, I think just OG is, like, it doesn't even feel like a normal game. It just feels like you look at it from here until now and there's been stuff happening constantly and you can't help but think like, it's the wrong thing to think, in my opinion, is that, oh man, 3-3 just played bad. I don't think that's what happened. I think what happened was that OG just like outmaneuvered them constantly and like made them do stuff that they didn't necessarily want to do. And that's part of the reason he hasn't been able to fucking collect any gold in a while. He's been buying back as well, of course, but like there's just like constant fights and they aren't quite going well for them. So he just like hasn't been able to make a BKB even though we're like 30 minutes in, and he had a fucking great start. He had a really good start. But ever since then, nothing.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Does everybody have a wand? Yeah, literally everyone has a wand.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Except for maybe Lifestealer. No, Lifestealer also has a wand. Everyone has a wand. He's also got Titan Sliver. Jesus. Butterfly not going to be great against Lifestealer due to the MKB and stuff, but... I'm a little surprised that he didn't ulti the backline, but I guess he wanted to get Void Spirit. I guess even if he ultis them, he's probably not catching them. bought some time too, I guess. Wasn't terrible what he did. He could easily get like lifted into chain stun. Maybe not lifted into chain stun, but he get in a bad place if he doesn't rage those sometimes. Like I think you have to like watch. You'd have to like watch these games from player perspective of the team the OG is beating to like truly understand what kind of shit is going on and how it makes you have to play. Like it's very different when you watch from top down, when you can see everything, because you just assume that everything's going like as good as normal. But like the map is like the only person that feels comfortable hitting creeps is basically a lifestealer, and maybe like Treant Protector walks into trees and casts Nature's Grasp. Look at this. He can only stay there for so long because he knows they're going to come for him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He bought a Solar Quest 2 on A. Huh. Interesting. I mean, that's one way to make Spectre a lot stronger.
Top tower has fallen.
Has he been using this? I'm guessing he has been. Overwhelming odds hero damage, which is fine. Puck with the Aeon Disc, bad sign. Rapier, if you can get there. I don't think he's going to make it, but Aeon Disc because he can basically jump him, heals him, do the combo. He's like dying to like literally the normal stuff. And there isn't really a solution other than like maybe Linken's, I guess. Linken's could kind of beat it. But Linken's is less reliable, I guess. And more expensive. Way more expensive. It's like 66% more money. So it looks like they basically, yeah, they're being just keeping all lanes pushed inside their base so they don't feel comfortable leaving. Ion shelling every mid wave. Pushing out top. To simulate 3-second stun. They want any person that's out of the base that they can grab. Yo, that Waney Rift range was fucking insane. He does have Aether Lens and a Telescope and a cast range talent, but like... That was not a Blink Dagger. That was literally Waney Rift. Holy shit. Who needs Blink? What's been going on in the other part of the fight? Put the ward down. They see everybody. They go to Ice Blast Hanskin, but he's already dead. Oh, then they got the 3-second stun on Lifestealer. Now he's gonna fight. He dispels off open wounds. 3-3 finally has his BKB. He has to infest to live. Luck ends up dying. Does not have buyback. He bought a Sandisk. That's game end. Ooh.